right, so we are using audio from Tabletop Audio and The Pyre by Kevin MacLeod. Both of these groups graciously let their work go under Creative Commons. They just require attribution. This is an attribution, and I would like to welcome you all to the D&D world of the Opulencia Chronicles.
Before you do, I'm sorry, super quick. Storm Collects, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Thank you for coming in and enjoy the show. Go ahead,
Enjoy
Wabbit.
the show. Brought to you by A Beginner's Guide to Drawing Elephants. I had to get that in there. Sorry.
Sorry, that's why I tipped out an elephant.
Whatever. Oh dear.
And now we go to Ward. The previous day, Toba Thunderdon received a vision of the island of Styrakia coming alive with a volcanic eruption and becoming closer to him. As he woke up from his trance that he normally does in the morning, he realized it's time for a forging ceremony of some sort. But it must be held at a cliffside facing the rising sun, the closest one being Mount Serene. And throughout the day, other people in our group had adventures. Baggin, Raggin, and Veronan, who wasn't here this particular session, they went out and tried to do some pranking and failed. Hum and Drogar went around town to try and find a lost purse and failed. Corrind was sick in bed, but as the night came to a close, Corrind felt better. It was a nice long rest for everybody. As the rain was coming in, and then one particular loud sound, boom, rang out from the night. And they heard the voice of a woman screeching, "All right, we're here for the ones who killed Mathis." And that is where we're going to start our particular story tonight. So
Hum, after hearing that boom, she's clinging onto the bed like a scared cat, basically.
Very much so. All right. As you wake up, you realize you look out the window, and if I remember from the drawing last time, you would not see anything from your windows. But you did hear a voice that was clearly that of a woman's, just shrieking out in the night.
A woman scorned, no doubt.
Do we see it from our window?
All right, Toba, are you awake?
Yes, I'm awake.
All right, you wake up, and you look outside your window, and you do happen to see a woman who has a musket in her hand, smoke trailing from the tip of it, pointed straight up in the air. She's got short red hair. She's got what looks like an ascot tied around her neck, but she's also wearing like a bustier. She's got the weird sleeves things going on. She's got baggy pants. You can see her outside. The rain is subsiding, but it's still there a little bit.
You know, I asked before we started if there was firearms in Opulencia. Here's my answer.
I didn't want to say yes, okay? I like being a DM who's vague at times, but yes, indeed, firearms are a thing in this universe.
Well, ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
So, Baggin Raggin goes to the window, I guess, and he kind of lifts himself up because, you know, he's short and all. And he just looks out and he sees this mystery lady with the gun, right? And he just kind of, he whispers, he keeps his voice down, right? He's just like, "Hey, guys, guys, there's some crazy woman outside with a boom boom stick."
A what?
You know, the stick that, you know, it goes boom.
At this point, like, Veronan is, like, rolling over. It's like, what? He looks out the window. I don't think that's good.
They're looking for someone called Mattias, or someone who took out I don't know. It's something Mattias.
Toba's scratching the back of his head trying to remember that name. He's like, why the heck does that sound familiar? As he looks over to Drogar.
Yep, Drogar is already up and looking out the window to see this, and he immediately remembers who that was. He looks over to Toba and just goes,
that was one of the bandits we ended up killing. In fact, you were the one to kill him.
I grab Drogar and I push him down. Like, you gotta be quiet.
Toba!
We're gonna get caught.
Veronan's like, he's leaning next to back. It's like, I think the little guy's got the right idea. We should probably just lay low for a bit.
Toba's thinking about it for a minute, and he flashes back to not only cutting down a bandit with a scimitar, but also yeeting him with his trunk. I'm like, oh.
Oh god.
Baggin doesn't know, does he?
No, I don't. It just sounds worse.
This was literally our very first quest when we first got here to Warbloom. We were escorting some cargo when we got jumped by some bandits. To be fair, yeah, I killed one, but the horse did a lot of the work too.
Wait, the horse killed something?
It didn't kill it, but
epic.
You're not in the room. I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Yeah, Corrind is with Hum.
Corrind's with Hum. You're in the
I didn't kill him.
I was wondering.
It didn't kill him, but it scarred him pretty bad. Like, Hum and Drogar to the other band and kind of just calmed it down and sent him on his way. And you know, in hindsight, maybe we probably shouldn't have spared him.
Was it a hit and ride? Like a hit and drive? Like a drive and hit?
It was like a highway robbery. There you go.
You guys robbed someone?
We were the ones getting robbed.
Oh, okay. You know, if this is the case scenario, maybe we should check on the girls.
Good idea. You're shorter, you're a little more discreet. Why don't you do it?
All right, so I am going to stealth and kind of hurry down to the girls' room.
Corrind is a boy.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
sorry.
Corrind is a they.
They, excuse me, they.
Okay, you wish to sneak to the girls' room?
Yeah, you want me to run a stealth just in case, just regardless, or?
If you're going to stealth, then what's going to happen is that stealth. You want to make a stealth check? Go ahead and make a stealth check for me. Make a stealth check in an attempt to become hidden, unseen, and unheard. Is a 13. Okay.
+8.
Yeah, I know,
Plus-
right?
Yeah, +8. All right. So normally you're very stealthy, right, with a 13, but then this has gotten you all shaken up, and you are worried that you're not going to be able to get there stealthily. So you exit your door, and the room across from you is where Hum and Corrind are staying. You have successfully stealthed literally 2 feet across the hallway.
I didn't realize they were that close.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel minorly stupid right now.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But I can imagine like the maid in the corner, like walking through, like, you know, just checking out the hallways, making sure everyone's safe, and you just see this door opens and just I'm tiptoeing across the room.
Tiptoeing one step, you are there. I mean, you are a gnome, so maybe like 1.5.
I fade out, fade back into existence, like instantly.
But yes, you do sneakily go across the hall.
All right, so I will knock on the door very quietly.
All right, Corrind, Hum, you hear this soft tap 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 on your door.
Hum gasps a little bit and just she shifts and just looks at the door, scared again.
I just say,
Hey guys, it's me. It's Baggin. Are you awake?
We are now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I woke you. Did you guys hear that big boom?
As you say this, you hear the shrill voice. I won't ask again. We're the ones who killed Mathis.
That's what I'm referring to.
Another voice that rings out. It's like, who are you and what do you want? And that voice belongs to, let me see. There we go.
Oh no.
No!
Oh no!
Just somewhere out there. Toba, Drogar, as you see Baggin Raggin run away, Veronan like taps Drogar on the shoulder, motions towards the window. And from your perspective, let me just double check. Let's go back to Wardbloom.
Oh, hey.
Da-da-da!
So everyone is, let me just make sure I got a nice color here. All right. So here is where the boys are staying. Here's where the girls are staying. I'm not making the same mistake again. And in the crossroads, like over here, is where this mysterious woman is. And Yuvin is standing right about here. So you're able to see this. It's still raining a little bit, but that is where everything kind of stands right now for like theater of the mind to help keep things going. So where is... Oh, there's an option to clear text and drawings. Okay. And zoop, back toward Bloom.
Okay.
So that's where everything stands right now. You see Yuvin standing out there. Now, at this point, he's a little disheveled. It's like he was walking into work, but it's very much there. He is looking at this woman, arms crossed, and you hear this her voice gets a little quiet. It's like, well, if it is, it's... And from this distance, with the rain and all that, you might have to like crane an ear to try and catch on what this conversation is.
I got it. I'll make I'll take a chance. What?
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
Double checking what rolls. Okay, we have.
Would it be either insight or perception, or?
This would probably be. Good question. Either investigation or perception, I would say.
I'll take perception because I actually I got high proficiency in it.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
Famous last words.
Not wrong.
But here we go. And roll. 23.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. So, Drogar, Baggin, Raggin, and Veronan's like he's just like crawled under the bed a little bit, just a little scared. You are listening in, but you can't hear the Toba. You hear this conversation going on between this woman and Yuvin, and it's soft with the pitter patter of the rain, but you can certainly make out what they are saying. Well, if it isn't the leader of the Adventurers Guild himself, what do you want? You heard me. The ones who killed Mathis. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. What are you talking about? You know who I am. You know why I'm here. I want my vengeance. Vengeance? In a town full of adventurers. Sorcerers, wizards, rogues, all of that. You really think... Don't give me that lip, you. You know where they are, don't you? I don't even know who this Mathis is. You've got 1 hour to get them out here, or we're gonna start burning this place to the ground.
Oh, dear.
Of my town. Alright, fine. I'll be on the outskirts just over there. And she motions to an area off to the west. And you better make sure that you're... Well, hang on. What was it you called him? And from here, you hear a particular familiar voice. It was like a furry elephant. Just off of the, just off somewhere. It's off the, you can hear them, but you can't see them. They're like, whatever angle you're looking at, there's like trees in the way. And she goes, right, that furry elephant. He's really the one we're looking for, but we know he isn't alone. So if you'd be a dear, just bring them over there to that direction. We just want to talk. And with that, she turns and waves away. Yuvin is just looking at her, just angrily. And with that, she is going to... That's not the button.
Nice pointing at her breasts.
Really? Really? All right. Move that to the GM layer.
As that's going on... Oh, sorry.
Yep, and with that, you see that she's walking away, and Yuvin is standing there. He's, like, starting to get a little soaked from the rain, just a little bit.
Toba turns back to everyone and slides down, worried. His fur, usually more of a burnt orange kind of brown, goes a little pale. Oh,
impressive.
Oh shit.
Drogar, unlike... Oh, I'm sorry. Was I in the middle of you?
No, not yet.
Fair enough. I was just going to say, Drogar actually is kind of feeling the same kind of anger as he is, and actually clenches his fist and even motions to grab his axe. He knows something's up. He knows what what needs to be finished, and he's pretty much ready for it. He is not afraid.
Toba looks to everyone in the room. It's like,
So that would be yourself, Drogar, and Veronan under a bed.
yeah. Toba's like, they're gonna burn the town down. If I don't turn myself in.
You won't have to turn yourself in. We can finish this.
How much of that conversation did Corrind and Hum hear?
If either of you want to make a perception or an investigation roll, go ahead. You can roll together, or one of you gives the other advantage.
Hang on.
It's going to be a little more difficult for you because you're on what's basically like the opposite side of where all of this is going.
Okay, I just rolled my check. Have you rolled yours yet?
Negative.
Just remember to call out your rolls for the podcast.
Noted. I'm just waiting for Corrind to make their roll.
Just checking to see what I got. Okay, I'm gonna use perception.
Okay.
Oh, that is bad.
That's
That is
11.
an 11.
I was rolling for investigation and I got 12 plus 3, which is 15.
15. All right. So you heard the screaming and then a bunch of silence. You're wondering what's going on. And then, after a couple minutes pass by, you see this woman walking by your window. Where is GM Lair? Token Lair. You see this woman walking by. You also happen to spot... where did I put him? I think it was this one? If the game would... Come on. Let me do this. I think it was this one. And move that from the GM layer down to the token layer. You see another fellow walking beside him. And Hum, with your roll of 15, I'll give this to you. You recognize this one. I believe it's this one. Who was... hang on, was it that guy? Or... No, hang on. Trying not to retcon things here. Let me just go back to my the encounter. All right, yeah, that's one of them at least. You recognize this one bandit as the one who ran away from that encounter. The one that was crying and, ran away. That's not him. This is the other one. It's either that one or it is... hang on. Move. It's either one of these two. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. But it's one of these two. Alright, so I'll just remove that. And as they're walking by, they, disappear from, the way the roads work. They, windows, buildings, and all of that, they pass out of sight. Because you physically cannot see them through buildings.
That's fair. Hum recognizes the bandit that was following the woman.
Yep.
And just she visibly tenses up. She's gripping the windowsill very, very hard now.
What's wrong?
Oh dear. You weren't with us when this happened. Our first mission, our first duty, was to help deliver goods, and we were hijacked by bandits. That was one of the bandits, and another was killed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That must be... If that woman calling out for who killed Mathis, this Mathis... Oh no. Oh no. She remembers that, the one that was crying, that was let go crying, just cried, "Oh no, Mathis!" She fully remembers what's going on now. Toba is going to be in a lot of trouble. Toba is definitely going to be in a lot of trouble.
We should get to the boys.
Aye. Although we should probably check before opening up the door so we don't knock out Baggin. We're gonna need all the help we can help.
Confused.
He doesn't hear anything. He's just like, why is no one talking to Baggin?
Baggin's like, do you want to build a snowman?
We can't afford those fees. Because royalties are expensive when they come from Disney.
Fair enough. So are we? So let's go to the boys. Let's make sure that Baggin doesn't. Let's open the door carefully so that Baggin doesn't get knocked out. We're gonna need all the help we can get. And Hum picks up her basket and does so.
Corrind follows soon after with his gear.
All right. Baggin Raggin, as you're waiting for a response, the door opens outwards. Hang on. Doors should open. I'm trying to remember like OSHA regulations. Doors that go from inside to outside have to open towards the outside, but doors on the inside. Actually, I think this would be more like a hotel room. So the door opens away from you inside, and Corrind and Hum are standing there, ready to something.
Hi, Mr. Raggin.
Hi.
Shall we meet up with the others then?
Yeah, do you know what's going on?
Not clue.
I might.
All right, well,
the
I'll
both of
follow
you
you then.
Thank you kindly.
They're all cowering under the beds, so.
No, we're not.
Of course you heard
Only
that.
one of us is. I'm sorry, Jay. My Veronan impression is so bad.
Yeah.
Corrind, not Corrind. Hum follows Baggin into the room with the boys.
I will knock first and be like, "Hey,
I
got
you knock
them.
on a presumably open door that you never bothered closing behind you.
it's respect, okay?"
Oh, it's the dad thing. Like, you knock
It's
on the door, but
respectful thing to do.
I'm respecting your privacy by knocking first, but I'm asserting my authority by coming in anyway.
I know, right?
Royalty.
Toba, Drogar, knock, knock, turn around. There's Baggin, Raggin, Corrind, and Hum following behind him.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, let's prevail us.
well, we're up the creek.
So I hear.
Yeah, we have an hour to turn. Yeah, we basically haven't heard the conversation. We have an hour to basically turn ourselves into these bandits before they start burning down the town.
That isn't good.
No, it's not. They're mostly here for me, though. I'm the one who killed this Mathis, apparently.
They'll have to get through me first.
If we fight them again, that's only going to drive these bandits back to doing even more harm, Drogar.
Not only that, we don't know how many bandits are out there.
As you were saying this, you hear a voice, the familiar voice in the hallway, and trot, 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 trot. Yuvin shows up at the door. He's like looking towards when he looks at, your whole group right there. Oh, hey, I guess you heard all that.
Yeah, they're.
He's as he points at Veronan, what's with him?
I'm okay.
He's taking the situation in his own way.
As Veronan peeks out. Hi, I'm just doing some studying down here. Studying. You've been scratching his head like you're studying the corners of a room? Yes. And Veronan just slides back under there.
Don't judge a sorcerer and how he meditates.
Yuvin just shakes his head. Oh, man. Oh boy, that's gonna be kind of bad. I don't want. You guys have a plan about all of this?
Outside of outside of just giving myself in, that's taking on bandits. It's one thing, but but risking the entire city, I can't abide by that.
Yuvin just like sighs. It's like, this is gonna be a trap, right? Of some sort.
I know. Though
I'll go with him then.
Seems kind of.
Toba is going to need all the help he can get.
Right.
This
I
is
agree.
if this is going to be as big a trap as it's being set up to be, he's going to need all the help he can get.
I agree. That's why I think we should get the others.
All right. Tell me, how much do you know about Mathis, by the way?
Hardly anything. Or at least they remember more than I do. I just remember killing one of the bandits, which, to be fair, they came at us first.
Okay. I mean,
So-
just give me the best description that you can of him. I would like everyone to roll a group check of some sort. This is going to be probably just wisdom. For those of you who were there, so that would be Drogar, Toba, Hum, and I will roll for Veronan a group wisdom check to recall as much as you can of this character to Yuvan.
Sort of thing.
All right.
Veronan, why'd you roll so trash?
Oh, that's an 8.
All right.
Mine's a 4.
Elfid never forgets my ass.
All right, I'm double checking.
Wow!
So 8,
Wow.
5. Yeah, I rolled an 8, and with Veronan giving a. It says, oh, come on. It features and traits. Updated, thank you. He's got a +3, so 9, 10. That's an 11 for. Yeah, it's not going to cut it. I'm just going to say right now. So you are trying to describe, and Toba, who was the one who did the deed, you say he was, you mentioned that he was awfully light and easy to take down.
I basically explained that I took him down with 2 strikes of the scimitar, and then just in the heat of the moment, I just basically grabbed him with my trunk and just tossed him off the side of the road.
Any other like descriptions, like height, face, anything?
I don't remember him wearing any headgear or anything.
Okay.
I know that doesn't
I was
help.
behind a cart that time.
Oh yeah. So at this point, Yuvan's like, that idea's out the window then.
It's even more infuriating because I was the front of the line when they attacked.
Yeah.
And then the only other one that did any more damage during the fight was the carriage horse.
Right. You were telling me about that on whenever this happened I believe it was the 13th of the previous month, and today's the 5th of the current month.
Yeah, that
So it
sounds
hasn't
about
even been
right.
a month. Yeah, I have a calendar to keep track of this. The first
Right.
session was on the 13th of the 5th month, which is Budsprout, and this is Long Light, the month. Yeah, it's the 5th of Long Light, which is the 6th month. So it hasn't even been a full month yet.
Too bad we can't. Yeah, too bad we can't really talk to the horse.
Well, you technically could. You technically could, Toba, being able to talk to animals like you did yesterday with Ursus.
Yes, but I can't believe I'm actually humoring the idea. But is the horse even in town? I believe her name was Bonnie.
Bonnie, you would have to ask the people who run the ranch in order to see whether or not they are there.
Hey, I don't know if we've got the time for that.
I'm also going to advise you not to do that. Draft horses have an intelligence of -4.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Good
they have a
point.
2 in
Yikes.
intelligence.
He's like, Bonnie, I want you to remember the time we got attacked. You have oats?
Nay!
Yeah,
You
they
have
have a
oats?
wisdom of 11, but a 2 in intelligence. So I would advise you not to do that, because
You wouldn't think that for horses.
yeah,
Anyway, so no, that wouldn't do us any good anyway.
Well, if we can't ask the only other person that was there, I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
Since this is obviously going to be a trap. No doubt about that. Let's set a counter trap.
I'm listening.
How?
This is a town of adventurous sorcerers and wizards, am I not right?
Okay.
Why don't we ask for backup from everyone else in town?
At this time of night?
And with
Yuvan's like, it is like 6 o'clock in the morning. Most people wouldn't even be here yet. Yeah, Joan Fee doesn't really show up until 7:30. or Rochelle doesn't show up until then either. There's I'm trying to remember all I have too many characters. Hang on, one moment. Mac, I mean, he's a kitchen helper. He's not gonna help out. Shireen, he like leans back. It's like, I don't want to ask Shireen for help. Georgie's an old man. He might be at the church, but I don't think we should have Georgie helping out. And then there's, he could check in on who's at autos. Maybe they could help, but I'm not 100% sure.
Do we have a town guard?
Yuvin is, it's like, not really. Wardbloom is not that important of a place. If you were to head up to say, hang on, let me double check my Covation map because I don't want to miss. All right, I mean Argopolis, Ina. You've also got Dry Creek. Those are like border towns between land, and they're also big cities. Clovenshire is also a pretty big one up there. There's some town guard, but Wardbloom, we're just small and we exist. There's not really much here.
Mm.
You think they'd be able to spare at least one or two, but
Yuvin's like, I guess I could help out if need be. Let me just stop by Otto's real quick, see who's there, see if I can get some help, and then, well, let's hear what the rest of your plan is first.
Well, we need to do reconnaissance, obviously, and figure out how many there are.
Toba looks to Baggin Raggin.
Why are you looking at me?
Would you be able to? How good are you at reconnaissance?
Well, if you recall when you first met me, you didn't even know I was there.
I could imagine very good then.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You think you could be able to scout out and see what we're up against?
I could try my best.
Do you need my bear to back you up in case of anything? I don't expect them to.
I was actually about to suggest that maybe Ursus could go as backup.
I mean, whatever you guys think is the best option.
So then, yeah, Drogar's gonna start looking around to see if Ursus is just kind of nearby, and he gives a little light whistle.
Okay, right now I'm actually just maneuvering stuff around on the potential battle map. And as you give the whistle, you hear this, and you hear this shriek as Ursus just comes, running through, looking through the hallway, and like sees you. It's like good. What in the steady bear, steady.
Okay.
Ursus looking at him. Easy bear, easy. You probably shouldn't be in here. I know we're all a little tense now. Does he understand me? He's looking at you, Drogar, while saying this.
I'm sure he can understand a little bit, but one moment. Ursus? I need you to do something important for me. I need you to
The bear's nodding.
Keep him safe.
And he just points over to Baggin Raggin.
I wave.
The bear just looks at you, that Baggin Raggin, then looks back at Drogar, back at Baggin Raggin, back to Drogar, and like a very small nod.
I'm just like, we're gonna be the best as of friends.
Looks right back at you and like nods, even like just very enthusiastically nods.
Two absent-minded individuals just going in to do reconnaissance.
Oh, we're only sending the most competent characters.
You guys are going to kill us.
Yeah, we're only sending the most.
No, they're not
mentally
gonna kill them,
stable,
I am.
competent characters.
Watch me get a nat 1 on my stealth.
Don't jinx it, dude.
Oh, this is gonna be funny. All right, I'm ready to go. You good to go, Barry? Let's go.
And, the bear backs up, lets you walk through, and you were out the front door. Yuvin is looking back. He's like, I'll stop by Otto's, see what's going on there, and then I'll meet back in town, just right outside the door, probably. Or where are we all meeting up?
Yeah, here.
I would say by the front is perfectly fine.
Okay, well, make your preparations. This recon better be quick. And Yukon exits the door, and he's gonna go off over to Otto's.
Yukon?
So,
I was wondering that.
Yuvin. Oh boy, it's
Yukon's his evil twin.
No. Yuvin's going up. Recon had better be quick. All right. So Baggin, Raggin, and Ursus are going out and doing some reconnaissance. What are the rest of you going to be doing? Veronan, at this point, peeks out. I'll just stay here and do sorcery preparation stuff, if you don't mind.
Sure. You could keep an eye out for bandits from under the bed.
I'll just stay up. I'll keep watch from the windows out here. You never know. There might be one or two left in town. I'll just keep an eye out for that.
Sighs. I think I'll go and keep a watch of the town in person. Actually, I had to cut me walk early, so because of the rain. Now it's lit up a little bit. I'll just walk around towns, do my own little bit of reconnaissance, maybe not officially, just as someone doing a morning walk instead.
Good call.
Be careful.
It's not quite crack of dawn yet, but it's starting to get a little brighter. It's still very much in the morning. So, all right, you're going out for a walk. Corrind, Drogar, Toba.
Corrind is probably going to get his gear ready and then come up with a plan. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. Probably come up with the rest of the plan.
Okay.
That's it.
Come up with the rest of the plan. Toba and Drogar?
Toba's kind of lost in his thoughts. He's got his scimitar out and he's sharpening the blade, getting ready for a fight. At this point in time, he's just... I know he knows it's a trap. He knows it's not a good idea to do this, but the only thing on his mind right now is probably going at it alone and not risking the lives of anyone else.
So what you're saying is that you were going to try and sneak past everybody to go meet this
woman? No. He's just... And he doesn't know what to do right now because that's just not really, and you figured him being a pirate and going through a lot of stuff, he never thought that repercussions would come from just killing one bandit. So it's just, he's a little overwhelmed. You could say he's doing a sort of a pseudo meditation while he's sharpening his scimitar.
Okay, and Drogar.
So, Drogar is also kind of lost in thought. He's just thinking of the time that, even if, the whole thing was essentially just almost to a misunderstanding, he's thinking of the time he let one of those guys go, and the fact that they're coming back anyway, despite what they were doing first, just kind of pisses him off. And he's honestly just preparing right now. He's grabbing what he needs and saddling up. But the entire time, he's just so pissed off that they would go to do this anyway and even threaten the town. He really just wants to get in there and just finish what they essentially started. So he's just doing his own thing, preparing right now, and getting ready to leave, go to the rendezvous point.
Okay, so you three are basically preparing over here. I'm just going to put you in the GM layer. Okay, we're going to focus on Hum first. So Ursus and Baggin Raggin, we'll get to you a little later. Hum, you are patrolling this town. As, Baggin Raggin and Ursus start going off their direction. And as you're going through the town, you hear, it's like, even though there's rain, it's soft, there's still pitter-patter on you. It's nowhere near as harsh as it was during the night. But as you're walking through, the roads are kind of slick. You would say it's a little difficult terrain, perhaps. And
Yeah, she's pulling her hood over so that the rain doesn't get to her face too much, and very much being careful of where she steps.
Yeah. As you're stepping, you're walking around town doing a quick patrol, and there are some people who are like looking out their windows and be like, "What's that all about?" I don't know. They're mostly just civilians every now and then, and it does not appear as if there are any bandits in town. Seems like whatever this woman was shouting and whatever man was walking with her that you recognized, they walked out, and for all you know is that they were the only two that walked us in town.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Apparently, in video, that would have been Discord telling everybody, "Hey, I exist." Anyway, sorry about that. NVIDIA decided to update on me.
Oh dear!
It crashed my Discord for whatever reason. So, my apologies.
All right.
Yeah.
So Hum is patrolling the town. We're gonna focus on
and humming and her as she usually does too.
And humming. So Baggin Raggin and Ursus, time to do a little bit of detective work. Oh look, there are tracks in the mud that lead out to the west. That is, one set of tracks that are very female-like. I won't even have you roll for this because it's clear as day that they're heading out west.
Okay. Excuse me. All right, so I'm gonna look, and I'm just gonna be like, all right, it looks like they went this way.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
looking at you. So, at this point, what are you doing? You are.
So we're gonna be. So I'm gonna be like, all right. So here's the plan. We need to just lay low, stay quiet, and just follow these tracks. If we see any type of movement, we just stop and we assess the situation. We either hide or something. Now you're a big guy. You're a big guy, man. So, yeah. And so, if you do a good job, I got some fish. I got some fish for you, man. Oh yeah. It's all right. So
it's like Ursus has started to like nose your bag a little bit.
Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, you ready? All right, fist bump.
As you're holding out your fist, Ursus looks at it and like presses his nose against it, like sniffing it.
I'm like, no. Okay, I point to the paw and I'm like, fist bump. Bump. I show it with my hands, like bump.
He takes his paw and puts it up to your chest and pushes you.
And I'm like, oh! I'm in the mud now. I'm like, well, it was close.
To the side. He's like,
it was close enough. All right, let's keep going.
All right, I need you to roll. Okay, I need you, Baggin Raggin, to roll a stealth check, and I need you, Drogar, to roll a stealth check for the bear.
A stealth check. Okay,
Oh, wow.
Let me go ahead and look for that. Here we are. Oh, ooh. What is going on with my hardware acceleration? Come on, buddy. Looks like it's a... Oh, come on now. No, that can't possibly be it. No!
Hello. Oh.
Natural one!
My God.
Well,
A natural failure. And a 23.
I am.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no.
okay, so Baggin Raggin, you follow these tracks to the west, and I am going to drag this over. Don't pay too close attention yet. I'm going to move Ursus elsewhere.
Ursus,
So-
you had one job.
So, Dragon, you're following the road, and the road leads out to a clearing, like another intersection. And there's not a lot of cover here. There's a couple hills here and there, but you're small, and the wild grass that's out here is tall enough for you to see this woman and this elf character, who I believe I've dyed blue for GM purposes, but you're just sitting there and they're just talking. You get to with a 23, I would say you get to within like listening distance. This red border here is going to be like the outside of the quote-unquote map. And so you're sitting there and you notice that behind you, Ursus is not there.
Oh no. Oh god. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. You got tons of fishies up there.
I don't think he's dead.
I'm just
Automatically
assuming the
assumes
worst.
just-
Like, oh no.
Don't say, buddy, don't say that.
There are multiple ways to take a natural failure, and as a DM, I can decide what that means, right?
Leave the bear out of this.
What did he ever do to you?
Well, Baggin, Raggin, you are there, and you see one woman there. You see what looks like an elf character. I believe it's actually the elf character that was the one who ran away, if I'm remembering correctly. And to go ahead and make a perception check for me.
All right.
See what else you may be able to spot here. Checking. With a 17 perception, as you look about the plains, you see that there is another guy way off over here. He's a little bit green. Let me change the color on him. He's not green in the sense that he's sick, but he's green because the DM needs to differentiate between bandits. So let's turn him orange would be better? A little bit. There's only so much
At
I
least
can
we
do.
can see him.
Yeah, we can't
Yep.
see him.
Oh, you can't see him? Oh,
No,
that's
we
because
can see him.
Oh, can see him. Okay. Notice over there, there's a guy. And then over... Let me turn this guy... that color? Let's see if this works. Token layer. You guys can see that one? Like a cyan? That's up
Yeah,
north?
I can see him.
Okay, so long as, visibility's there. So that's cyan. Who's up there? He's also got a crossbow. So we got orange on the west side. North side, we got cyan. The dude who's there is a completely different... I don't even need... hang on. I don't even need to have him died. He's just... wait, I didn't color... No, that's the... Uh-oh. DM problems. One moment. Where is the... transparent. There we go. Now he's back to like a regular color. So, as you are perceiving all this, you see like, okay, there's one guy with a crossbow. There's another guy with a crossbow, and he's like wandering over in this corner. And you notice, as you're looking around, like, okay, this road is pretty thick. Like, this would be considered rough terrain if you were trying to run across it. Wherever all these little blue patches are, that's where like the rain hit the hardest, and it is just thick with mud. And as you're sitting here with your perception check, you were able to hear just a bit of conversation between this woman and this elf bandit character. It's like, oh, goodness, what? These shoes are going to get all muddy from all this. So, boss, really just going to burn the town down? Well, that depends. How long have we got? About 30 minutes or so? I'm a patient woman, but maybe not that patient. You did bring torches, right? Well, yeah, we've got torches, then make sure you're able to use them when needed. And besides, it's really not about vengeance, is it? It's about protection. Right. Man, this weather's real trash, isn't it? Yes, the weather's trash. Now shut your gob, and we'll wait. And that's all for the conversation right now.
Okay. Do I notice my little furry friend?
You spot around and try and find your fairy friend. Oh, you mean like the
My
little
furry
dragon dude?
friend. Yeah, my little
Oh,
bear
furry.
bud.
Okay, your little bear bud. As you look around, you don't notice him. But as you look behind you, you notice that there are no bear tracks behind you for quite some distance.
All right. So I'm going to head back.
Okay, you are heading back. We're going to back to Ward Bloom.
Did he not even?
Okay,
I was
so
so
hang on.
worried.
Yeah, so as
Why,
you come
buddy?
back, you're like, okay, so I need to tell everybody. You look up and there's Ursus taking a dump.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
And wouldn't you know it, he's doing it in the woods. So that answers that question.
good. Oh my gosh. All right.
You gotta go, am I right?
Oh goodness. I had a whole scenario like he was just gonna bust in there, and then I was gonna be like, all right, it's go time, and I have to just pretend to be dumb, and I'm like the town idiot or something, and I'm just like, la, 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 la.
As you are finalizing your patrol at this moment, and you catch in the wind something foul.
Is it bear poop?
And as you look around, it's like, where is that coming from? You notice that there's Baggin Raggin looking at Ursus, and Ursus is like, if you could grimace, it would.
Oh my gosh, I'm just disgusted.
dear.
I'm disgusted by the fact that Ursus didn't even follow me. I was scared. I thought he died. Like, there's a whole bunch of emotions. How am I going to tell Drogar? I had one job.
Sounds like a real crapshoot.
Uh-huh.
No fish. No fish. No fish.
No.
All right. So, do I see Hum?
Yeah, you notice Hum. Hum, you notice them.
Okay. So, Hum. I'm glad I found you. We need to get to the others. We have like 30 minutes, and they are possibly planning to do earlier, but they are definitely thinking of burning the whole town down.
That's not exact. That's no good, is it?
No.
Thankfully, none of them seem to have gotten into the town itself.
Yeah.
Let's get to the others.
Right, and I there's also more information, but we'll deal with that when we get to them.
Aye.
So we'll rush to the other peoples.
All right, we are now rendezvousing with Toba, Drogar, and Corrind. You are all at the entrance of the inn. The innkeeper who's there is like looking worried, like, oh boy. You do have all of this under control, right?
As much as we could.
Right, okay.
Right.
So I have the reconnaissance information. So we have like it's probably about 20 minutes now.
It would have taken you 10 minutes to walk back to the. It would have taken you more like 5, so like 25 minutes or so.
All right, so we have like 25 minutes, and they are definitely planning to burn. But there is 4 of them. 2 of them have bows. I'm unsure about the leader and the right hand man. I guess
Crossbows. They have
Crossbows.
Crossbows.
Excuse me.
Yep.
I know one of them has a gun.
Right.
What's the terrain like? What's the layout of the land?
It is wet, very, very wet. Like the road is just a swamp, like mud. The grass is not too bad though, but yeah, the road is it's gonna be a little bit mucky.
Okay. What about trees? Are there any trees or shrubs?
None whatsoever. Just tall grass.
Okay.
We might be able to do a sneak attack possibly, but it's hard to say.
Well, I could use a.
Technique?
What's that?
I'm wondering, can we do a distraction technique to lure their eyes, like lure their sight away from where we're coming from and just sneak up that way?
Yep. As you are saying this, Yuvin comes up, and as you're saying that, he says, I might be able to help out with that. Maybe.
What have you got?
He's like, it's best if I kept this secret for now. But if worse comes to worse, I might be able to help you out.
All right, then. So,
As far as distraction's concerned, I know thaumaturgy. I'm sure that could help in some way. Hopefully that can help in some way.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is being stealthy and taking them by surprise, so...
How tall was the grass, you said?
It was enough for me to hide, but I'm small, so just take that into account.
I will.
Okay.
I mean, I do have a beast form that can help me hide in the grass if need be.
Here's what I'm thinking. We send in Raggin to just sneak up and then start running around, just freaking them out and draw their attention away from the town. And then we, with Hum's Thaumaturgy, try and scare them more, and then sneak up behind them. That's literally the plan, what I've got.
Well, it's all we have for now.
That's the best we have for now.
What were you... Are you able to find help for us, Yuvin?
Yuvin, he nods. I do. And, I'll let this... He motions his hand across over all of you. I'll let all this go, and if things go for the worst, I don't want to ask for his help, but man, if it ends up... He said he'd be there, but it's one of those things that he looks at you and it's like, can you promise to keep a secret?
Yes. Yes.
That depends.
Oh, not me. Sorry. The music
is
has
it?
been super loud on my end.
Well, that depends.
Well,
You guys take it. You guys go first and all of that. I'll let this plan play out first. And if things start taking a turn for the really worst, that's when I'll come in.
Will do, then. Thank you, Yuvin.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll be nearby. And as he says that, he walks out the door and disappears. No, out the door.
You just see Baggin Raggin, like, sign of the cross.
Is that really? I highly doubt it. Okay. Shall we get going?
This map. We're gonna put this to the back. Daybreak is starting to happen. Not as suddenly as this, mind you, but just time is running short.
Mm-hmm. Corrind looks up at the sky and sees that time is, like, indeed running, like, daylight is approaching fast and says,
The horizon is starting to brighten up a little bit.
if we're gonna do this, we gotta do this now.
All right, let's go.
Quetzalcoatl, give me strength.
Okay, so you all are going to be heading out to where Baggin Raggin said everything was?
Yeah, and
Yep.
Hum is going to be quietly drumming on her drum and humming to sort of help keep spirits up.
Okay. All right, I will
Would that be
then-
making noise out of stealth, though, out of curiosity?
Quite enough for it to not matter. Okay, so I am going to drop everyone's ping everyone. Focus here. So there's Drogar, we got Toba, we got Hum, we got Corrind, and we have Ursus. I would like for you within would Polygon work? Sure. Let's make it. That is not helping. Where is nice red line? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I see how this is working.
Mm.
All right, that's not quite like a line tool. So behind this triangle, arrange yourselves. However you would like to wish.
Behind that triangle?
Yep, within this like southeastern corner as you are approaching this moment. Unless you guys want to try to do anything like stealthy or whatever.
I am going to do something stealthy, so I'm going to stay in the grass.
All right. So you're going to roll stealth for me.
All right.
19. All right. So for you, I would like for you, Baggin Raggin, you may place your character anywhere within like this region. How about that's almost among us. All right. If I were to hang on, transparent, would that work? Actually, large, can I game? Why you will not let me erase this? Okay. It is not letting me erase things. Or oh wait, is that right click? Okay. Tools are being silly right now. But yeah. Okay, so you're gonna position yourself over there?
Yeah.
So you do that. Is anyone else gonna try and be stealthy?
I would like to if it's possible for me to transform and try to roll stealth.
Okay, so you would have transformed back in town, presumably.
All right, so
stealth in that form.
Yeah, so right quick, just kind of rewind a little bit as we step out. As this Deinonychus gives me strength, he turns into a Deinonychus, and we'll try to stealth in the grass.
All right, you are. Where is? Oh, there's like no good transformation logo on here. We will make this the transformation logo for the moment.
All right.
Go ahead and
roll stealth.
Yep, roll stealth for your Deinonychus form.
Let me see here. Medicine 8. Where are you? Stealth +2. Come on. Give me something good. 14?
14. All right, so for you, you may place your token anywhere here as well as up here if you want to be by Baggin Raggin. So, not in the long grass, like that one film. That wasn't quite as good as the first one, but then again, none of them are.
Are we referring to Jurassic Park?
No kidding, Einstein. So yeah, you may place your token anywhere within like this 3/4 section. I don't want you getting too close to them, because then they'll actually notice you.
How's about
like in that L?
How about right here? Good.
That is good.
All right.
I'll just move my character so that way they're a little more elsewhere. All right, so there we go. Does anyone else wish to try and roll stealth?
I have a question. Where on D&D Beyond would be my walking or distance that I can go?
That
should be speed, like towards the top.
Yeah, speed. There's like proficiency bonus, and then right next to it is your walking speed.
It's right above your armor class.
Oh, okay, I got it. So, all right, 1 second. I might want to just move just a quick second, just like 2 or 3 feet.
All right.
Right there. It's in the same. Okay. It's in the same vicinity.
Good enough. I will allow this. I can always move my characters for the start of this major encounter. All right, Drogar, Hum, Ursus, and Corrind.
All right. Drogar, what are you gonna do?
He's not one for actually sneaking around. He's actually just gonna be where he is right now, just kind of just up front. He's too mad to really think anything out at the moment, so...
Okay, so Corrind notices that Drogar is just steaming. So he's gonna suggest that we wait as the sneak attack, as the other two draw the line of sight north, or what direction is that? West. Northwest, yeah. Like away from us.
Is Hum able to? Is Hum in good enough graces with Ursus to bring him to Drogar?
I think
where is Drogar? Where is Ursus right now compared to you? Is Ursus at your side? Is he behind you?
He's actually going to be right behind. Sorry, I thought I moved him. I thought he was right behind him.
Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure. This is like the very start of this encounter before we go into the role play aspect of it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So is everyone happy with where they are right now?
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident.
yeah, I'm
Good.
good.
Drogar, Hum, and Ursus, as you're walking this road, it is slick. And, Baggin Raggin said that this was going to be rough terrain. And as you're walking about it, it can be rough terrain if you happen to slip at first. So you may need to pass a dexterity save if you start or end start your turn on these road tiles. Possibly, depending on what happens.
Okay.
But you realize it's like, the rain's slowing down. The mud here is like, as the dawn is starting to rise, it's starting to settle a little bit. Still slick, but it's not too bad. Let me just start turning off this audio because I don't think, Rivertown doesn't seem to be like the right music for this. Let's go with Windswept Plains. As Baggin Raggin, you are sneaking off in circling away up to the western side of everything. You notice that there is a guy with the man with the crossbow there.
Mhm.
Toba, in your Deinonychus form. How long does your Deinonychus form? It's like an hour, isn't it?
Actually, I saw when I leveled up, it increased an extra hour, so I got 2 hours.
Okay, 2 hours. Plenty of time. So, in your Deinonychus form, you are sneaking through the grass. It's taller in some areas, smaller in others, but you manage to go by sneakily between all these bandits, and you spot ahead of you another bandit who has a crossbow, and they're all looking at you, Drogar, and Hum, and Ursus in behind. Corrind, you're, straddling on the side of the road. And then we have, well, about time you finally showed up. She looks about. Is any one of them it? And this elven character goes, yeah, it's them. But I don't see that furry elephant, friend. Where is he?
A lot closer than you think.
What, is he invisible or something? And at this point, the woman just elbows him to the side. Oof, shut your gob. Right. Well, he's the one who killed Mathis. Isn't that right, Charlie? And the elven guy's like, yeah, they did. Well, we have a saying around here with the bandits, eye for an eye, leaves the whole world blind and all that, but quite frankly, good enough for me. You're gonna tell me where this furry elephant friend of yours, so that we can at least discuss matters in, maybe financial compensation. Or perhaps we should start burning one house over there. Maybe. But you better start telling me quick.
Bold words for those who are in my axe's range.
Bolder words from someone in my crossbow's range, and she lifts up her hand, and she has her, and as she does, Baggin, you see this. Hang on, I actually need to check something. Where's the range? Oh, where's the range? And okie doke. As she lifts up her hand, Baggin, you see the bandit in front of you, like, take a crossbow and line it up, aiming in a general direction towards the group. And then, Toba, as you're sneaking in the grass in that position, you see the other bandit, like, take his crossbow and raise it up to the group. And this fellow is like, oh boy, slowly, backing behind. I won't ask again. One last time, where is the elephant?
He has a name, and I already told you. He's a lot closer than you think if you just look.
You take me for a fool?
I take
Maybe.
you for a lot of things.
Fine. She snaps her fingers. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Whee!
All right, we have a
16.
All right, hold up one
Hang on.
moment. Let me turn off Windswept Plains. Where is
19.
that? All right.
16
Alright,
plus. So 19,
right.
actually. I'm actually 19, sorry.
Okay, so so we have Toba with 19. That was already added for some reason. We need to add a turn for Drogar.
16.
Add turn, you get 19. Your initiative. 16 for Corrind. Add turn. 16. Hum, you said you had a
19.
So 3 of us have 19.
All right. So who has dexterity?
Mine's a 14.
Mine's a 12, by the way.
Okay.
Where's my
For the
14 for me.
11?
okay.
15.
And turn 12 for Baggin Raggin. So we have Drogar, Corrind, Hum, Baggin, Raggin, and Toba. That's everyone there. So who had the higher of the dexterity between the ties?
What do you have, Drogar? For your dexterity?
I was gonna say +2, if that's what we're counting. 14 +2, it looks like.
What?
14.
So 14's your total? Hum, what's yours?
17 would be my total.
So you go first.
19.3 for that
And
one.
then, my dexterity is also 14.
All right, rollies. I need both of you to roll a d20 for me. Wait, hang on. I probably shouldn't call it rollies. That might be... CR may have trademarked that, but whatever. Just roll a d20.
All right. My roll is 14.
All right, 14. And we have... For Drogar...
Let me see. 1d20 you said. Here we go. A 10.
Okay, so I go
All right.
second.
All right, there we go. Second, we have 19.2. 16, 12. Okie doke. Sort by ascending here. So, because she snapped her fingers, we are first going to do a sneak attack round. So, so Baggin Raggin and Toba, you are both in range of a sneak attack. But since she snapped her fingers and you guys didn't really say anything, first her 2 lackeys are going to fire first, then you 2 are going to attack, and then we'll go from there. So the first one who's going to attack is this one. He is aiming right at you, Drogar, and he's going to take his crossbow. And I need to double check. Light crossbow. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
Wait, who's he attacking?
Drogar.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, that hits, and that is going to be... Oh, that is going to be an 8 piercing damage against you.
Okay, let me just go ahead and roll that down. Damage. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Okay. Yeah.
All right. At the same time, all right, he's going to stay there. He takes his crossbow. He's like, he knocks it out, and he is going to run. Okay, 30 feet. That is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 feet. Actually, no, hang on. I'm going to undo that. He was like right about there, wasn't he? Back around. He'll be in range.
To me?
Yeah, just to double check, because I'm pretty sure you're going to want to attack him first, right?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So he'll stay in range here. Meanwhile, the other fellow, he's also going to take a crossbow shot at you, Drogar. Why is this ruler not working the way it's supposed to? Come on, I just shrink down that menu. So, yep, that's going to be in range. He's also going to take his attack. Oh, that's not going to be nearly as good. That's a 10 to hit.
Definitely misses.
Okay, so these 2 crossbows go whistling right at you. One just hits you in the shoulder. The other one just whoosh, rushes whistles by you pretty far and lands in the mud 20 or 30 feet away. And you hear this woman. It's like, really, Roger? That's the best shot you could do. He's like, I'm sorry. And at this point, since Baggin, Raggin, and Toba are in their attack range, Baggin, Raggin, you are up first.
Okay.
You now have a stealth. You can now have your sneaky attack against.
Yeah, so I am going to do a sneak attack. So I'm also going to be using my short bow. So, I think it's this one, right? Yeah. So,
Wait, dude,
it's
that's
there. 17.
All right, 17. And who are you hitting?
Whatever the green guy is.
This guy that is. Hang on. There's some way to. Oh, focus ping. That one, or that one there.
This one.
Yep. Okay. That is going to be a 17 to hit him, and that's all. Yep, 17 hits.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. So the sneak attack also does bonus damage as well.
All right. Does that apply to ranged weaponry?
Yes, specifically.
Okay.
So press that first. So that's a 7, and then 1 second. Let me go over here. And a 6, so 20.
20 damage.
Yep.
All right. So
I'm not done.
Yep.
I'm not done.
You're not done yet? Okay.
I'm not done.
Well, you may not be done, but he sure is.
Oh, okay, because I was about to sneak up to him and then stab him with my bonus
As he
action.
fires out that crossbow, you see this look of elation. Ha! As a short bow just hits him right in the head, he just falls backwards, flop, dead in the mud.
Oh my god!
I was ready to go like full assassin, just wham right in the jugular with the
He
dagger.
is dead. Yep. So I will remove
Well,
him.
that was quick.
I mean, these guys are level 1 bandits. I mean, you fought one of them before. You know that they're not the best, but see what happens.
That's pretty funny. I really thought there was gonna be more to that.
Nice shot.
Apparently.
Everything should be there. Okay, everything. Baggin, Toba, Drogar. Oh, yeah, I'll have Ursus.
So I'm also gonna go back into sneaking as the bonus action as well.
Okay, you're now back to sneaking as a bonus action,
Yeah.
and that's your full turn.
Yes, that would end my
Okay,
turn.
No movement. All right. So, Toba, it is now your turn.
Take a guess where I'm going.
You're gonna go head north, and you're gonna take care of this guy that is over here.
Because while he's distracted, I am making like
Not me.
a sneak attack.
All right.
I have a sneak attack round before we start.
Yep, because of the decisions you guys have made. So Yep.
Consider this like a surprise round before the actual thing.
Yep. First, they had their surprise round because she snapped her fingers and no one really said they were going to do anything. But since you two were in position to do something, I'm giving this to you.
Right.
So, Toba, you are going to be moving, I'm presuming?
Yep, I'm going to actually move instead of draw.
Okay.
So, gonna come up to orange right here and gonna go with a multi-attack.
All right, go ahead and roll that for me.
All right. First bite attack. Nom nom nom. That's 21 with
21 hits. Down to 4. Okay.
with 4 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 claw attacks. First claw attack is a 10.
Okay.
Does that hit?
10 does not hit.
So that misses. And second attack. That's even worse.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a shame. So at this point, we are not going to start at the top of the round, as like 2 crossbows head out, and after the snap of the fingers, she's like, "Hit him again!" And she looks over to the right, and she sees this Deinonychus creature just gnawing on the face of one of her archers. So, what? She turns around, and the other one is just dead. And now we're going to start at the top of the round. Hum, you are up. Toba, you are on deck.
Yep.
Okay, so Hum, you have witnessed 2 crossbow bolts fly at Drogar. 1 missed, 1 hit. You have seen the guy to your right just topple over dead with a short bow, thanks to mysterious bush that's over there, presumably. Oh no, that's Baggin Raggin, and where'd he go?
No, I'm a bush.
Yep.
I am.
And on
a
the other
bush.
side, you have this dinosaur just gnawing on a dude's face.
Really, guys, this is exactly the reason we got into this, miss. She will look at Drogar, wondering if he's going to be okay.
Oh, he'll be perfectly fine. He's still doing pretty well despite the deep arrow. He's just focused directly on the woman in front of him, though.
Okay, so Hum will take a we'll move here.
All right, before you move, I need you to make a dexterity save on this muddy road to see whether or not you keep your balance or if it is rough terrain.
Stand by.
I think you were right over here. Should have marked you before you moved. It's not going to be a very high DC because
17.
You're fine. So you've moved 10 feet. I'm assuming it's like from here. So you've moved 10 feet.
And she is going to use True Strike on the woman, just to see what's going on. She notices Drogar just staring daggers at the woman, so she's going to use True Strike on the woman just to see what her defenses are like.
All right, True Strike. That's a spell?
It's a cantrip, divination cantrip.
All right, you point a finger at a target range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. All right, so that is going to be defenses. So that is just armor class. Is that it? Or
your guess is as good as mine.
Into the target's defenses. And in next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided that this spell hasn't ended. Okay, it's a concentration. Yep, it's a 1-round concentration, up to 1 round. And this is 1 action. All right, so. All right. The spell hasn't ended. Okay. So, as you concentrate your finger on this, you point at her, and you see, as you're pointing at her, she's like, gives a look back at you, and her studded leather armor that she's got hidden on her somewhere. I don't know. I'm just using armor classes that are there. You notice that her defense is like a 15 armor class. So
okay.
She's, underneath that bustier, she's got some pretty stout armor apparently. And
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, we know how video games work. The chainmail bikini gives the best defense, you wear it.
Only the best armor for our, yes.
With the best armor designed by men.
The true armor is sex appeal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is it just me or is Hum just like slightly... There we go. That was like slightly
That
off
was
center.
weird. Yeah, I was wondering what the heck was going on.
Yeah.
She was slipping a little bit on the road already.
Yep. All right, so 15 armor class. Brief insight into the target's defenses. That's doesn't look like they resist anything, so that would be like a defense. So yeah, at this point, you just notice that she's a lot tougher than you might think at first glance. All right, that's your action. You have 20 feet of movement still.
Even on rough terrain like this?
Your save, you saved on your dexterity save, so it's not rough terrain this turn for you. If you slip and falter, then it's going to be rough terrain.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna stay put.
Right.
Just probably putting a hand on Drogar just to make sure that he doesn't jump the gun, as it were.
Okay, so that is your turn. All right, Toba,
That is
you're
my
up.
turn.
Drogar, you are on deck.
All right.
So Toba, you are currently nomming the crap out of this dude here.
Second first, same as the first. All right. First bite attack. 14.
14 hits for 7. All right, so that bite attack, you just devour into his face. You hear this? Ah! As you're just nomming and clawing at him, and he goes down. All
right, as he goes down, does the boss see this?
I'm pretty sure the boss heard a scream.
As a quote, before I finish the rest of my turn, as a free action, I hop on top of the corpse of this bandit and I look straight at her. I dig my claw into the corpse to get her attention and just snarl at her, try to give her the attention that I'm the one she's looking for.
As she turns over, she is horrified by what she's seeing.
And I am going to, let's see here. I can't really do that as an... that's all right. So I am going to move directly to her. So I got 40. It's 40 feet of movement, and that's the max speed for the Deinonychus. So let me go ahead and come over here. Boop. And I still have 2 claw strikes, and I'm gonna use them.
On her?
Yes.
Okie doke.
All right, so come on, mouse. Here, work with me. Strike number 1, 16.
16 hits, and that's going to be for 3 slashing.
And 1 more. 17.
Well, 17 for another 6. All right. Oh, as you're slashing at her, it is certainly hurting. You find like a weakness within her strangely skipping clothing, and underneath that there is studded armor somehow. And that should be your entire turn.
That's it.
Okay, Drogar, you are up, as well as Ursus on the side if you want him to do anything.
Absolutely.
But if you want to move, you need to make a dexterity save first, because you are starting on this mud.
I will. Let's see, dexterity. Here we go. Oh my god.
Slap.
3.
Is it? Whoa. Okay, for this turn, this is rough terrain for you. Double all the numbers that you see if you move.
Okay. So, alright, so I'm not slipping. I am able to just move, but I
You are
can't
move, but at half
anymore.
speed. So you can only go, if your speed is 30, you can only move 15 feet.
I was gonna say, I believe my speed is in fact 30 feet, so 15.
Yep, 15's your max.
15. Okay, so
That's 20 actually.
is it 20? Oh, my
Yep,
apologies. I meant to go
yep,
this
15's
way.
right there. Yeah, I have it set up so that way diagonals every other square's +1,
Oops.
just because that's a little more realistic waving hits. It's Pathfinder 3.5e compatible, but yeah. And so
Right,
you
right.
move up to there.
Okay, so he's still glaring daggers at her the entire time, and since he has a bonus attack of bonus action of rage, he is going to activate it at a sheer just wanting to kill the everlasting hell out of her. So he roars. Hopefully that was heard.
It was.
Yep.
Perfect. And he is now in rage mode. He, as his next action, let's see. He has a. You know what? Not even gonna do anything yet. He's not gonna do anything else yet. He is in rage mode. He's gonna get up nice and close before he does anything.
Okay, so that's your turn. That guy's dead. Okay,
You know,
up next is going to be this fellow.
Wait a minute. What about
who
Ursus?
has witnessed- Yep. At this point, he is like shocked at what is going on. He's noticed, 2 dead bodies are around him, and he is going to first. I have to make sure that he does his save. Okay, that's a 17. Yeah, he saves. He is going to run full tilt in the opposite direction. So his maximum speed. Let me double check this. It's 30 feet. So he's going to run 60 feet, just running as far as away as he can. So that's going to be right about. Oh, hang on. Let me just put linger on here so I don't lose this. 60. And then he's just dashing for it. He's running. He's a coward.
Yep.
So up next is this mysterious woman who's like, "Ow, you get back here, you captain!" And she is not happy. So you're right there in front of her. So she is going to make. She's going to pull out a scimitar from her side, and she's going to take 2 attacks with this. The first attack is going to be scimitar. A 14 to hit.
I go with my beast armor class, right?
Yeah, if you're transformed, you think you go with the beast armor.
Then yes, it would hit.
All right, so that hits, and it's going to be 6 slashing damage.
All right, still dinosaur.
All right, she's going to make another attack with this scimitar. Oh, that's probably not going to hit. That's only going to be an 8 to hit.
Nope.
All right, the first attack. Next attack, you manage to dodge it, and then she takes a dagger.
Uh-oh.
And yep, she makes a third attack with her dagger. And oh, that might actually hit. So plus 5, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Oh god.
Okay, now it's a dagger, so it's not going to do that much damage. No, well, it's only going to be 4 piercing damage.
All right. Still dinosaur.
Oh, still dinosaur. So she just whack, stabs you, and you like the shrieks of this dinosaur. Yeah, you rotten. She looks. Well, this is taking a turn for the worse. And she's going to. Oh, hang on. Okay. Double checking her dexterity. Yeah, she passes this. She can only move 30 feet, so she is going to take a melee attack of opportunity, but she is going to move. All right, so going from 1 to 2, and then at this. Oh, hang on. Let me just make sure of something. And then, yep. Okay, that's the path she's going to take.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep, you're going to take your melee attack of opportunity.
Let's see.
It would just be like a 1 melee attack.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Yep.
He's gonna swipe with the claw.
All right, go ahead and give me that claw swipe.
Oh, that's not gonna hit.
And that's not gonna hit. As as you try and slash back, and she's running away at this moment, and that's gonna be her turn. Corrind, you are up. Actually, let me just clear out some of the cooler stuff. There we go. So, your turn. You have witnessed 2 people die. You've seen a dinosaur attack this woman who is now just running away. And you see another bandit of some sort just plowing.
Okay. Okay, so my movement speed at walking is 30.
Yep. So
I'm
right
currently
now, I'm just going to move you. Okay, you are technically not on a spot that is muddy. You're on the grass. The grass, for some reason, like it's got some traction to it. So if you start your turn there, you are not going to need to roll a dexterity save to see whether or not you are stable. It's only when you start your turn on the road.
Okay, give me a second. Okay. How fast for a dash?
Dash is going to take your action. It's double your movement speed.
Okay. Okay, so my action is going to be a dash, and it will be to here. No, hold on. Yeah, here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action.
So you can move your character up here if you.
Actually, hold on.
Holding.
Hold on. I'm going to go to. Yeah, I'm going to go to directly beside Toba. Words.
Toba.
Toba,
Right,
thank you.
How many feet of movement do you have normally? Is it 35 or 30?
30.
Okay, 30 feet. So from where you are, you can get here. Yeah, I think if you try going here, it's 35. But yeah, so you're right next to Toba.
So, and then I'm going to use my bonus action for my spiritual weapon.
Ooh, spiritual weapon. All right, what shape does it take?
I'm going to summon a crossbow.
Oh, you're going to summon a crossbow. Okay, all I have is a sword for the moment.
Okay, that'll do.
I just had that on hand. But yeah, it's a crossbow.
Crossbow.
So you're going to have it summoned where?
Actually, you know what? What does the spiritual... I can't remember what the spiritual weapon does. Please tell me. Does it attack on its own?
Yeah. So, Corrind, Vesomir, double checking your spells. Alright, spiritual weapon. It is bonus action. Range is 60 feet. Opponents, verbal somatic. Duration of 1 minute. You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration, or you can cast a spell, or until you can cast this spell again. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against the creature within 5 feet of it. The weapon can take whatever form you choose. Clerics of deities who are associated with a particular weapon as blah 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 makes this spell effect resemble that weapon at higher levels. So I'm assuming you're casting this at basic level. Was it first level? But yeah, you can summon this within. First, you summon it within 60 feet of yourself, and then within melee attack. So your melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. So that would be. How does that work?
That's why I moved, because it was within 60 feet of me. And so this is me, and she's within 60 feet of me, so.
Okay, so just anywhere around here?
Yep.
Okay. You can make a melee spell against a creature. Alright, so I need to look up how do melee spells work. How do melee spells work? D&D. In 5e, let us. A melee spell attack follows all the rules of a traditional melee attack. The applicable rules are on page 195. Okay. 5 feet. Infinite. Melee 30 feet. Difference between a melee attack and a ranged attack is a ranged. It uses your spell casting attribute and so on. It has the properties of a melee attack. Okay, so you would roll an attack, so 1d20 plus your spell casting attribute. I believe that's what it's asking for.
Okay, a d20 plus my spellcasting attribute.
Yeah, that's as far as I can tell real quick. I'm sure I'll have to go back and retcon that later, but let me see. Melee spell. Ultimate D&D guide for beginners, thank you. A melee spell attack is magic combat within striking. Attack modifiers, damage, opportunity, range. Spell attack modifiers, the base ability a character uses to power a spell. Charisma is a spellcasting ability for Sorcerer, so a close range spell attack modifier is a number taken from an ability score when powering a melee spell attack. An attack bonus using a spell attack equals to proficiency bonus plus the spellcasting ability modifier. Okay. Proficiency bonus, so whatever you're proficient in, that's your bonus you would add, so the plus whatever. Then the spellcasting ability modifier, that is what you would roll for that. So it's like a bunch of addition. So you roll a d20, and then add your, whatever your magic comes from. So if you're a cleric, I believe it's charisma?
My spellcasting modifier is +2.
Okay, +2. You add
so
go
charisma.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's +2.
Yep,
okay, just trying to work out how to do this.
So yeah, hit DC
D20
+4 according to what I see on your thing here. So it's a +4 to your hit.
Okay, so where are my dice?
Oh yeah, cleric +4 spell attack. All right, so I see where that's coming from. So you got a +2 from the spell casting modifier cleric, and whatever your cleric ability is also another +2. So that's why you have a +4 to the attack roll. So you roll 1d20 +4, and then we see whether or not that hits against this Lady Bandit character.
All right, here's hoping. And roll.
So 1d20 +4,
16.
that's a 16. All right, a 16 will hit. So go ahead and roll damage. It's going to be a 1d8 +2. At least at the second level. I believe every level's, if you're casting it if it's a second level cast, spell slot of third level damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 slot levels above second. All right.
Okay. So here's my d8.
Okay, you can take a d8 and roll that and add the +2 to it.
3.
All right, it is 3 damage against this woman as a crossbow comes in And most of the time, crossbows are ranged weapons, but this one, for some reason, it takes a shot and it like extends an arrow out and then slaps her across the face for 3 damage. So that's an owie from her. All right, so you have moved 30 feet. You have done a bonus action. I believe you still have your action.
Okay. I thought that was my action. All
It
right.
just says casting time of 1 bonus action. And double checking. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. As a bonus action, you can move the weapon and repeat the attack. Okay, so that's all with a bonus action. So yeah, you still have your action. Clerics, man, they're wild.
The only action I have is an unarmed strike, which is attack, and I don't have the fucking. I'm not close enough.
All right, so you're just gonna end your turn there.
Yeah.
All right, Baggin, Raggin, it's your turn. Hum, you are up on deck. Baggin, Raggin, a lot of death has been happening.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be more death.
Okay, so you see one bandit just fleeing, just running as fast as he can. The other one is the woman who is trying to attacking the dinosaur, but is like running away.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna just move up right there. That's it. I am going to take my sneak attack to the guy at the very end of here, because it's within 80 feet.
Oh, that's like right at the tail end of that.
Wow.
All right, go ahead.
And so this is how this is going to work. So if it does hit, because he has not done any attacks, I'm going to use Assassinate. If it hits.
Ooh. Okay.
That's gotta be good.
Let's see if this works. So short bow.
Once per turn, creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon. Yep. Okay.
14.
14. It hits.
All right. So here we go. So this is the damage. 1 second. This is the next damage. And then on top of that, I'm using Assassinate. So that actually makes me roll the first one, I guess, on... Wait, okay.
Attack rolls against any creature has taken a turn in the hang on. Trying to read, but beyond 20 is being a real pain. All right.
You have the advantage. You have advantage on attack rolls
against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet, and any hit you score against a creature that is surprised
critical.
Is a critical hit. Against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet, so at all. So.
Oh, in the combat period. Okay.
Period. Yeah, I'm talking about that. So it doesn't matter. You slaughtered him.
Oh, okay. I wanted to
slaughtered them already with that 6 damage,
okay.
and you just utterly just you take that shot, and it just goes right through the heart, and you're to blame, baby.
And then I go back into incognito.
All right, you're gonna take your bonus action to hide.
Just into a bush.
All right, Hum, you are up. Toba, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm going to try it. I want to make a movement, so shall I do my dexterity?
Go ahead and make a dex save.
It's a 2, so I think I slip.
Yeah, 2 plus your dexterity save. So, but yeah, it's beneath. Unless you're no, hang on. Yeah, you're basically you slip. So now your movement is. Yep. So you're now moving on this. It's rough terrain, so it's double.
Well, that shot my idea out.
Muddy roads, isn't that right?
Yeah, I'll say. She is, well, damn it. Well, I guess then she's going to... Oops. What the heck? She moves there first.
Okay. So
And
that's
she...
30 feet. Yep.
Hold on. Let me just check again. She's going to be using Velith's percussive ring attack.
Okay, so you smack that drum hard, and that reverberation is gonna fling towards it. Go ahead and make your attack roll. I believe. I should know. I made this item for you. I should know what it does.
It's using d8s to roll, right?
So roll a d20 plus 4, and that's gonna
Okay.
be your attack against her armor class.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like a ranged weapon that uses charisma.
Stand by. I just rolled a 7.
7 plus 4, that's 11. It's not going to be enough to hit her. As you see, as the ripples in the mud just like part like the Red Sea. It like falters a little bit, and you see her ascot that she's got there like just poof, like blows around her, but it doesn't really appear to hurt her any. So that's your action. That's your movement. I think that's all for you.
That's all for me.
All right, Toba, you are up. Drogar, you're on deck. Toba, I need for you if you're gonna move, I need you to make a dexterity save for me.
I will. Let me just read something up super quick. Let's see. 20 feet creature. Yeah, it's a claw attack. Let's see. The target must succeed. Well, see, throw the be knocked prone at the target. All right. Let me go ahead and do it. I think past or fail, I could still reach her thanks to the speed. Come on, mouse. Where are you? There you go. You said a dexterity save?
Yep, dexterity save.
All right. Dexterity save survey says that is a 16.
You're good. You are good. Full movement this turn.
All right. Toba's not letting her get away. So,
all right.
You know what? Nah, never mind that. He's making a dash for her. So, let's go ahead and move up to her.
She's 20 feet that way.
Yep. And
Okay.
here I go multi-attacking again.
All right, go ahead and make those multi-attacks. Let me just... There.
All right. First comes the bite. 16.
16, that hits for 4, so that brings it down to that number, I believe. Gotta do my math properly. All right, and then 2 claw attacks, I believe it was?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. First claw attack. 13.
That misses.
Shit. All right. Second one. 19.
That hits for 10. Okay. Oh, you're slashing her. Oh, God, you managed to catch her, like, in the back of the leg. You still have 10 feet of movement?
Let me check something. Make sure I
was gonna say, may I suggest blocking her from moving any further away?
Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me see something first.
Throw mud in her face.
Do I have any?
I mean, he already used his action to attack her, and he's moved 20 feet. He's only got 10 feet of movement left.
I actually have 20 feet left. My speed's 40.
20 feet. All right. Okay, so 40 is the Deinonychus, okay?
So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut her off.
All right, so let me just make sure the movement here in total is correct. So 20, 25, 35, 40. All right, you're good. All right, Drogar, you are up.
Okay,
and you're
and you
still
said-
raging. I believe at the end of this turn, if you don't attack or someone attacks you, you drop rage, right? But that's at the
I
end
believe
of your turn?
so. Yep. I
Okay.
was kind of hoping I'd close the gap before that happens, but that's okay. You said
Yep,
roll a
things
dexterity,
Yep, dexterity save.
please.
17, you're
17.
good.
Oh,
At this
pray.
you are good to go. So
Okay, let me see.
30 feet's like here.
I would like to actually use. Can I actually? Let me see. Isn't there a rule regarding like I can go past 30 feet if I use an action, like my other
There's
action?
dashing, which you use your action to run an additional 30 feet of movement, or whatever your running class is, so you can double your movement speed. That is your action.
Yep, I am actually going to use all of that to go right up to her.
All right.
Let me see.
So,
Where's the
45.
measurement?
Yep.
Oh, crud! I forgot how this works.
Oh, yeah. So there's the ruler button. Automatically set up to the line so you can see. She's like at 45 feet is right there. 50 feet's here.
So let me see if I just do. Let's see.
This is like the most direct line to her.
Yeah, I was gonna say 45 feet. Then I'm going to do that.
All right. That's going to be your action to dash up there.
Yep. He just runs up to her and just goes.
Where do you think you're going?
And that's the end, I guess.
All right. So you are no longer raging at this. Do you have any bonus actions to do any sort of attack, or?
Let me actually check because I'm not entirely sure how rage works all the time. Let me see here. Action.
Meanwhile, Ursus is just lapping at the mud.
Yeah, for real, he's not doing shit.
Yeah.
He's just being a happy bear making mud castles.
No, Ursus was like, at the top of this round, he was like growling, and then at the top of this turn, he's like, oh, they're not really needing my help this time. All right, licks himself.
You can also end your range as a bonus action.
Goes and takes a poop in the woods,
Yep.
Bear things.
Once again, nope, it doesn't look like I have any other means, so...
Okay, so your rage drops, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Okie doke. Let me just turn that off on you. There we go. All right, it is now the mysterious woman's turn. The bandit woman's turn.
Where did the list go?
Oh, what list? Oh, the turn order? There it is.
Yeah, the turn order.
Okay, yep, that's it there. I close it and open it on my end. So, she is surrounded by two guys. She's like, ugh. She's first going to multi-attack. I mean, Drogar, you're just yelling at her, but this dinosaur freak is right in front of her. She's going to first make an attack with a scimitar. That's going to be 5. That's a 12, I believe.
Misses.
All right, that misses. Second one is going to be a lot larger than that. That's going to be 20 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, 20 to hit. That's going to be 8 damage.
Still a dinosaur.
Still a dinosaur. All right. Gosh. And once again, she takes out that dagger, and she is going to try and hit you one more time. Please, nice high roll. That's a 19.
That does hit.
All right. Please be a high number. Please be a high number. That is 6 piercing damage.
He's still a dinosaur.
Good night. All right. She is very mad at you right now. So at this point, she is. She's tried attacking you. That's her action. She's gonna just hold still right there because if she moves, Drogar attacks her. Like no matter, and if she moves one direction, Toba attacks her. The other direction, Drogar attacks her. Oh, and I did look this up. Spiritual weapons cannot have melee attack of opportunities because spiritual weapons do not have bonus actions. That's kind of what the reactions are based upon.
Mm-hmm.
So since it doesn't have that, it doesn't do melee attack of opportunity. So that crossbow is just floating there. So Corrind, you are up. Baggin, Raggin, you are on deck.
Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, here it goes. Actions. Okay, so my action is going to be, hold on. Oh, I'm an idiot. I totally forgot I have a dual daggers. Yep. So, going to dash to here,
Okay.
and as a bonus action,
I believe you can move your spiritual weapon and smack her, or you don't use the thing to smack her as well. Well, unless you're not planning on doing that.
well, I've got daggers. So...
Okay, daggers as bonus actions?
It says 2-weapon fighting. I'm not sure if I can do that. Pull it out yet,
Two-weapon
though.
fighting is something that everyone has, but that's
Yeah.
basically dual wielding. That is an action to start it, and why is... Okay,
So as a bonus action, she can attack with if she has a second hand dagger, but it's only a base attack. It's no opportunity or anything like that. It's just
Yeah.
the raw.
And for some reason, D&D Beyond is not letting me see her character sheet. What is going on here? Huh. Weird. It's not letting me see anyone's. Okay. Thanks, D&D
Refresh?
Beyond. I have refreshed.
Oh, okay. Odd. Anyway,
Huh. That's whatever. That's on my end. I'll trust you guys not to lie to me about what your stats are. You told
Yeah,
me
no,
how-
I have the same thing. So that's what it says here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
a base attack, nothing special.
okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to just bring out my daggers then.
Okay, so you bring out your daggers. You've used your action to dash.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just going to be all intimidating?
Yep.
Okay.
Basically
Fair
blocking her another exit
Okay.
for her.
Baggin Raggin.
All right,
You are up.
I am going to do a sneak attack as a bow action.
Okay.
Let's say here, go right there, click that. What do we get? 17.
17. That hits.
All right, so we got that. So 10. One second. And then we got that. So total of 22.
So hang on. So it was 10 damage and then 8 damage on top of that.
Yeah, the sneak.
Okay, so. All right. And then an additional 4 damage on top
Yep.
of that.
So
okay.
22.
All right. You hit her, and at this point, you hit her like right in the back of the calf, and she is going down, and she drops her weapons. She is coughing up blood a little bit as you are up. Toba, you are on deck.
I actually am doing a quick bonus action as well.
Oh, you're doing a bonus action?
So it's called a
Yes.
cutting action, and then I can do a dash. So I'm gonna go all the right next to her and just block her completely.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Let me just double check you're doing something right. Baggin Raggin. Okay, now D&D Beyond is working. Weird. Let me just check. So that was an action.
Cutting action is a bonus action, so I can dash, disengage, or hide.
Bonus. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take the dash disengage. Okay, so dash is just. It's not double. Technically, it's like double your movements, but it's like just an added 25 feet of movement.
Yeah,
So
it was a total 50
you
in
would-
total.
you attack. Okay.
I can't do anything else other than that. But
Okay,
I just,
so you're
yeah.
surround. Okay, you are up. Toba, you're on deck. You have witnessed your friends surround this bandit who is just very much in a bad way right now, and she's dropped her weapons and she's just. And at this point, even Ursus is like slowly marching over.
just stomping in the mud. I'm so happy.
There we go. Yeah, boy.
No, this is me signaling as a DM. You have an opportunity to play nice here.
And that she will, but I need to get there first, so dexterity
Okay.
save.
You know what? Screw the dexterity save. At this point, I would like to say that combat is over because she's literally at 1 hit point.
Oh
so
boy,
okay.
yeah, fair enough.
Literally at 1 hit point. I'm like, oh, I don't want to push this any further.
I was so close.
I know.
Damn.
At this point, she's out of this fight.
If I may,
Yeah, and Hum is going to rush over, presumably this
Weird. Why isn't it letting you snap to the grid? That's weird.
That is very weird. Oh wait, maybe it's my push to talk is the alt key, and I think it's the alt has a weird thing.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, I need to decide on which. Oh, perfect. That character. All right.
Could we get rid of the weapon that's there? Presumably it's gone.
The weapon is owned by Corrind.
Yeah.
So, you wish to remove this weapon?
Doesn't only last like a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been like, what, 2 turns?
I was going to say, a minute is 10 turns in D&D time.
Right.
Oh, yeah, then just poof.
So, all right, so at this moment you decide just poof, delete that.
Hum is just pissed with everybody because, we got into this trouble because Toba couldn't stop his bloodlust. Could we at least just talk with the woman first?
You see Baggin Raggin just like all hyped up with the daggers out, like.
You put those away.
All right. As you hear in the distance, "You all right?" And Yuvin starts running along the side of the road. If I could get him to go over.
As he's doing that, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Toba gets out of his dino form, and he, with his trunk, wraps around the neck of this woman and lifts her up. He doesn't choke her, but he lifts her up to him.
Put her down.
Toba puts his hands in front of Hum. And Toba puts his hands up in front of Hum. But he brings her up to her, and he brings her to eye level. And just basically gives her a menacing look and says nothing.
All right. As you're doing this, you hear, "Yeah, man, is everything all right?" As another character that I don't believe any of you have met yet is also running over your way. Just
Isn't gonna care. She's going to insist Toba put the woman down so that she could mend her, so that she could cast Healing Word.
Not yet.
Yuvin comes up, and he's gonna go over here. And Cynthia, hang on. I don't think you've met this character. You may know of her if you have been keeping decent notes. She's going to run up. It's like, "Is everyone all right here?" Oh my God! She's, looking around. There's like, 2 dead bodies in the field that I removed. There's a dead body in the middle of the street, and there's this woman that is just, the trunk is wrapped around her, not tightly around her neck. Yuvin looks at her. "So you're this bandit queen. Look how the mighty have fallen."
Enough! Please!
Drogar just looks over to Hum and just screams,
She was trying to burn the town! Let me kill her now!
She was going to burn the town because one of us had killed one of hers off.
But they attacked us first.
Maybe can I just take one finger?
No! None of you! None of this is right! Please, just...
I'm not going to kill her. But you cannot expect me to sympathize when her kin attacked us first while we were trying to do a job.
I let one of them go as a means of giving them the branch, and they came to attack us. I will not let them...
That was not the one that attacked us. That wasn't the one that snitched on us. I cannot believe that it would be that one.
Then how did they know?
3 of us. There was 3 of them. One of them just ran off. The one that we helped. The one that we forgave. One of them left.
And he ratted us out to this woman.
And this
Put her down, Toba. Let her speak.
So this this crimson-toned elf-like woman is motioning to you, Toba. Toba, I think she's trying to tell you something.
He's not choking her. He's just got her around the neck. She can still breathe and speak, but he's not choking
here's
her.
the thing. She's at 1 HP. That's a lot.
You could yell at this woman and she would die.
Yeah, so you may not
Toba-
necessarily be joking her, but
Alright.
yeah.
Toba just growls, and he doesn't like throw her down, but he's not gentle. He drops her.
And she just like barely able to sit herself up.
Hum kneels by her and just tries to prop her up and hums as she casts Healing Word.
You're gonna heal this woman?
I can't believe we're letting this happen.
Some forgiveness needs to be made. Eye for an eye and all that sort of thing. Of course she's going to think that way. But that does not mean that we should just let her get killed off like this. What is her next of kin going to think? Her next of kin may not even let this happen.
Maybe not kill her off. Maybe not kill her off, but she needs to face justice for threatening the city.
Maybe let their next of kin know that if they try anything like this, they will suffer the same fate.
Enough. And she's
As
going
you say
to
next of kin, she just laughs, just like
she's going to cast Healing Word for this woman on the second level. So is it 2d4s?
Checking. Hum. Then spells. That is going to be Healing Word. Yep, at second level or
At second
higher,
level.
healing increases by 1d4 if each. Yep, so it's going to be 2d4 if you're casting it at second level.
Standing by. I rolled a 4 and a 2, so she gets 6 health back.
All right. As you know, her breathing is going from labored to not nearly as labored. Stop that humming! And she just looks right at you, Hum.
Can Drogar do something really quick?
Sure.
Just from that one outburst alone, he actually is going to grab her by the neck, just like Toba did, but he's going to have a little stronger of a hold. And he just growls,
Watch your tongue. She just saved you from my axe. Now talk. What made you think that this was even a remotely good idea?
and let
To
your
let your
men
men come out and try to burn my town?
Drogar,
This
enough!
wasn't my idea!
Then whose was it?
She reaches into her pockets and she pulls out a note. She tosses it onto the ground. My life for that note there.
I mean,
Hum is going to cast Comprehend Languages on herself and pick up the note.
Okay. You pick up this note, and as you open it, cast Comprehend Languages. I believe it's something, as you were able to...
Yeah, she plinks on her kalimba, and she should be able to understand written languages.
Little meaning of any spoken language, also understanding written language, but you must be able to touch it. All right. Yep, takes about a minute to read one page of text. So, as you open it up, and before you cast a spell, you look at it, it's like, this looks like Dwarvish. So then, as soon as you cast Comprehend Languages on it, it is, okay, it half makes sense. You read it, and it's like the words are in common, but they are in a jumbled mess of some sort. And it's sort of like the mummers that are betwixt the sky and sun. The people who wash their hands clean with river sand. And it's just this weirdly bizarre anti-language almost.
Well, such is the case with any sort of translation errors. What does the full text say?
It's basically just that. It's all in common. It's, as you're reading it, it just does not make sense to you. The words individually make sense, but the phrasing and sentences do not.
Toba looks at the bandit. What does it say?
My life for the note. That was the deal, wasn't it?
You gave us the note. Now tell us what it says.
Now give me my life back. And Yuvin is noticing, like, guys, careful. I don't think we should push this.
What was your life to begin with before?
He's
Echo,
pretty
echo,
much...
echo.
Whoa, yeah.
My bad.
No, it's all right. So, Hum, you were saying something?
What was your life before this note?
Oh, you really want to know about the girl struggling for survival? Really? Now's not a time for sob stories. Not when I'm surrounded.
Hum is going to pause and lift up her veil to look at her straight in the eyes.
And she looks at you, and it's like, what happened to your horns?
Removed by my own hands. What happened? Please, I know full well about struggling. Please.
Well, if you could read that note, that's all I'll say. He'll kill me himself if he finds out. He probably will.
Hum is just going to offer an arm just to sort of comfort the woman.
And
you won't be alone, at least.
Yuvin looks at you and is like, you cast a spell on that page. Can you read it?
It's not exactly in the most accurate grammar. Someone washing their hands of a deal with sand or something of the like.
Hey, Baggin Raggin.
Yeah.
You kind of understand what that means.
I was about to ask if it is jargon, thieves' jargon.
Thieves can't.
Or thieves can't, excuse me. It says jargon there, so I mean, you get what I mean.
So yeah, languages, common, no, thieves can't. So as
Yes.
soon as she says, washes her hands with the river's sand, you instantly recognize that as a phrase that means we need to stop a problem before it happens.
Right.
Well,
So I'm gonna
at this point, you're like, oh, this is in Thieves Can't somehow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask so Hum has the note, correct?
Yep, Hum currently has the note.
Can I see that note real quick? It sounds a bit familiar.
If you can read Dwarvish, then certainly. And she hands
Oh,
him the note.
it's not Dwarvish. That it makes me ponder about it. So I know a little thing called Thieves Can't, and there's a little paragraph here. I'm pretty sure.
As you point to this paragraph here, you realize it's all written in Dwarvish.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
it's
what
like,
I meant.
It's in this paragraph
Gotcha.
here.
Can you
and-
read this to me? Just read it to me.
Well, it sounds like you can read the note. Can I go now?
No, you just stay right there, little girl.
Oh my God. At this
Don't
point, she
call
like
her
starts
that.
to stand up. And
Hum offers.
Echo.
Sorry.
All right, so Drogar.
I was gonna say, doesn't he still have his grip on her neck, or was that never established?
You had a grip on her neck, yes, and then she's like starting to stand up a little bit, but she like sits back down again unless you want to let go.
He was actually going to just pick her up and then push her down so that she's actually sitting so forcefully
Right.
in her position now.
Yeah, she's like, ugh. At this point, yeah. So, Hum, you are starting to read this note to Baggin Raggin?
I would if I had it in front of me. So
Okay,
it's-
so
And to you. I'm like, here you
all right,
go.
how long does that spell last, by the way?
It should last for an hour.
Okay, an hour. All right. So as you go through this note, as you are reading this aloud to Baggin, and Baggin is trying to, ascertain what is going on, the general gist of the note is this: there has been a group of adventurers located in Wardbloom that have been causing problems up and down this country. So far, it doesn't seem like anything big should be happening, but we need to make sure we stop this problem before it begins to become one. I'm
going to relay all this as you're saying it, as if I was saying it.
That's basically what is happening. At this point, if you can stop them here and now, that is good. They're going to be a problem sometime in the future. I'm kind of making this up on the spot if you couldn't tell.
You don't say.
Yep. We need to make sure that this is our vengeance for both your bandit friend and for your goblin friends. This will help us all in the end. Signed, and there's a weird bit of dwarvish that's like really skewed. As you're looking at it, it's like a little difficult. It's like, when someone writes in cursive, but they don't write in cursive ever, it's like that bad. But it looks like it says your benefactor. So the general gist of this note is that a group of adventurers in Wardbloom, they have been causing trouble around here. We need to stop the problem before it really becomes one. And this is to get vengeance on both bandit and goblin friends. Of course, it's Thieves' Cant is more of an anti-language. You speak it not to be understood by other people, but to not be understood by certain other people. It's a little complicated.
It's kind of like Pig Latin.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, so from the sounds of this, there's a benefactor, but we don't know who the benefactor is. So who's the benefactor?
Even I don't know that.
I was about to say.
All I know is all I know is that he's very rich. Something to do with mines, but that's about it.
Who gave you the note, out of curiosity?
Oh. The note for my life, and I'm not going to risk it much further.
I just look over at Drogar.
Remembers about the mines, about what Brevin was talking about. The Precious Minerals Coalition, perhaps.
Think what you will. That's above my pay grade. Or rather, she would probably say something more along the lines of, that's above me.
Whoever it was probably also involved in what was happening in Nasaville.
Note for your life.
Yeah.
And yet you say your benefactor would kill you.
Yeah, it's the risk I'm willing to take, after all. It's the risk we all take out here, right? I promise you I won't be coming back here again. And she leans over and she's grabbing the side of her ribs, and she lifts it up a little bit, and there's a very serious bruise there. There's even a cut towards the abdomen a little bit.
I want Hum to cast Healing Word again.
And she waves you off. It's like, don't bother. You've done enough.
So what? See, here's the thing. We were kind to bandits before you, and we let one go. And yet we came to this situation. And now you're saying that if we let you go, this benefactor might end up killing you. So the way I see it, your life will be spared. But I think you're well better off staying in a prison cell here at Wardbloom.
Go ahead and make what kind of check? A persuasion check?
Really?
Make a persuasion check for me.
That wasn't a... Well, okay. Let's see. Intimidation, it's persuasion. Oh boy. Okay. Come on, give me something good. 8.
That's not gonna cut it. She looks at you and goes like, caught in a prison cell? Nah, I'll take the woods.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that as a generosity. I made that more as a demand. And to make sure that you don't stab us in the back later in the road, later on the line.
I said this wasn't my idea.
And you expect me to believe you?
You have the note, don't you? Now, can I please have my life?
Life there is.
Hum is going to hold the note back out to her and offer a hug.
Face.
She looks at you. I suppose I could use a hug. And she is going to lean over, kind of going in for a hug.
And Hum embraces her warmly.
And I need for you to make a save for me. I need you to make a dexterity save for me.
Mm-hmm.
$13 total.
13 total. All right, that's not going to be quite enough. As you reach in for the hug, she quickly grabs you, whips you around, and she has another dagger right to your neck. It's like, I told you, the note for my life. Let me go, or I'll make things worse for everyone here. And Yuvin is, walking around you, bagging around. It's like, don't you dare. And this,
what would I do?
As the amber-skinned woman runs forward, it's like, don't.
Damn.
And at this point, you are, you are basically grappled, Hum, by this woman. Tell you, let me go. I won't bother you. You've got the note. Let me go.
If I catch you back in this town again,
you won't.
I better not.
At this point,
or my blade will stain with your blood. Now get out.
She's looking around, and then she will push Hum towards this amber-skinned woman, kind of pushing you both back, and she is going to run for it, just running very far north. That's the increase button.
Drogar just screams out,
I don't care if it's not in the town. If I ever see you, you'll die.
All right, and with that, she is gone, and Yuma looks at, sees this fleeing woman who runs to the north and then into the trees and then disappears. And he's like, turns around, looks at all of you. It's like, well, should we head back to Wardbloom?
I think so.
Okay, as you
carefully gets back up, helps the woman back up. By this point, the veil had been knocked back over her face.
Yep.
And is just quiet.
Thank you. As you all make your way back to Wardbloom,
Can I check the other dead body for the crossbow?
The crossbows, when they're used by someone else, they're basically worthless. I'm just letting you know.
I kick his dead body too, and I walk off.
Yeah. Earlier you were doing some stuff, and it was like, no, you can't do that. It's kind of against the.
Also, as we head back, I pick up Baggin and place him on my shoulder.
Okay. Yep. Woo! Baggin is on the shoulder.
Did I do a good job?
You did well, little buddy.
Everyone's there. GM layer back to here.
Yuvin. You could ever meet.
All right. So as you're walking along, Yuvin comes up and says, just walking, it's like, oh, thanks, Cynthia, for helping out in this. I don't want to say redskin. That's a bad thing. She's, amber.
Crimson.
Crimson Toad Woman. She's the elf. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's kind of odd that you came to me all of a sudden and asked, like, hey, we need help with thieves out there, but you know, it's good to be back, kind of like at the adventures again. Yuvin's like looking back towards the group. Cynthia goes, "Oh, oh, right. We've never been on adventures together." And Yuvin's like, "No, we haven't. I might have promised them something." So Yuvin turns to the group and says, "Before we head back to the Adventurers Guild, can we just stop by Otto's Emporium real quick?"
Sure.
Hum nods and just follows.
Yep. All right.
Toba's quiet himself, actually.
Okay. So I need to actually set this scene up here first. So while you're walking over towards the Otto's Emporium, what are the rest of you doing?
Hum is just head down with the rest of the group, but just very quiet. It's as if she's being taken to be executed.
As you're going over, Yuvin looks over. It's like, no, it's not that bad. Don't worry about it. Okay. We got Toba home. Drogar. Just removing some stuff here and there while getting this scene going. And as we're all walking along, you end up at Otto's Emporium real quick. It's not quite done yet. Let me turn that off. Where is... Oh, here we go. All right. So, first, Cynthia walks in. Ding-ding! As you all follow, Yuvin should be coming in. And... There's Yuvin. That should be... Oh, hang on. Corrind. Where is Corrind? Corrind. PC characters... Corrind, move to token layer.
Tiny.
All right. Yep. Sorry. It's one of those things I kind of had to back up. There is, well, I had Veronan in the GM layer. So, Yuvin, it walks in, and Cynthia's like, "Oh, well, I may as well get the shop open." And Yuvin's like, not yet. "Oh, not yet?" Yuvin's like, I think we need to trust these people. They, you remember that job close to a year back? And Cynthia's like, "Oh, yeah. The one about Anathiel?" "Oh, right."
Toba shoots up.
Yep.
Excuse you? Excuse me?
It's, no secret that you've been asking about that. And, well, I think it's, I think we need to have a chat. Isn't that right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's like, just a real quick one. Shoot, where is the... Stop that. All right. And he's like, "We should probably have a chat about that. Isn't that right, Otto?" And Cynthia, who's there, is like, "Oh, we really should talk about that." As you notice, all of a sudden, her skin complexion grows darker. And GM layer, skin complexion goes darker. The ears, come on, please work for me. There we go. The ears shrink in. The hair goes from a bright colorful to more of a mottled gray. And what stood before you before was like an elf character, now stands a strange, almost clay-like character. And he looks at you and says, so yeah, welcome to my Emporium. I'm Otto. And we do need to talk about some things, don't we? And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Goddamn!
Oh,
Wow.
damn it.
Howdy, folks. Thank you kindly for checking out the D&D World Campaign. If you want to catch us live, you can join us at twitch.tv/Rikkaku the Sai-Krowe every other Wednesday night at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard Times. For updates, follow us on Twitter and Discord. All links will be in the description below. Want to watch another episode, or if you're just into retro gaming in general, keep it tuned here to the Retro Planet. Until next time, may the dice forever be in your favor. Peace, I'm out on the side.